What I have inside of this bag is truly a beautiful thing. I present to you Spinkster Cell's custom Tar-21. I am incredibly happy with this gun. It looks just amazing. Look at this thing. Look at that polymer, the bulb-up design of the Tar-21, the Israeli trademarks, the new rail system I put on there myself, and it is just a gorgeous gun. Now this is the Ares Tar-21. I have a list of guns that I've been trying to get. These guns are all old and they're pretty pricey, but I've succeeded in getting most of them. And what I was actually doing was saving up around $300 to $400 for the real sword Type 97, which was supposed to be the last gun on the list. This gun has been on the list for a while, but the reason I never got it is because the Ares has a micro switch, and the micro switch is very faulty. Mine, luckily, is just okay, and it has a Mosfet, but we're going to go into all the details about the weapon and things I've done to it to make it shoot really far. So this is roughly $230 gun at the moment. It used to be very expensive. It's $230 around there on Air Rattle, which was the cheapest I found it. On Airsoft GI and E-Vike it's a little more, but I got mine used with a few upgrades that are pretty good. So what I actually did was join an Airsoft trading group, and I was trying to find the real sword. But I made a list of different guns like the ICS Del-85 and the ICS Galil. The Tar-21, of course, from Ares, not S&T or Elite Force. I don't like either of those options. Only the Ares, because of their polymer just looks so much better to me. The Ares have a really low compression stock. Mine's been fixed, of course, and they also have bad micro switches, but the Mosfet should make it last longer. So somebody on the trading group contacted me telling me he had this gun, and he only sold it to me for $150, which is, of course, a great deal. What's been done to it before I got it is he put a new high torque motor, don't know the brand name. It has a metal double O-ring cylinder head from Z-Shot. It has a Gate Nano SSR Mosfet. It also has a Z-Shot hop-up unit. And originally the bolt lock didn't work, but after taking it apart and reassembling about twice or maybe 3 times, it started working again, so bolt lock works. What I did to it was I switched out the barrel with my Mad Bull Black Python, which takes up the entire length of the barrel, and I also put in a new spring because it was really low FPS. I bought an Angry Gun rail kit, which was the last thing I did to it, and I think it's meant for the S&T and the Elite Force because I didn't have well, the screws didn't screw into the gun itself. I had to take the nut, so I couldn't actually use the side rail. I had to use the nuts for this itself. And it moved around a little bit, so a little electrical tape made everything just a solid fit, and I really like that rail kit. As expensive as it was from E-Bike for 60 bucks, I really like it. It just makes the gun that much more cool. I also got a Gmp O-Ring, which isn't much, but it definitely solved the compression issue. And then my biggest problem was it had a red aluminum air nozzle that was meant for an M4 that would get stuck on the proprietary hop-up unit. And let me tell you, this gun is really, it's pretty hard to disassemble. I mean, it's pretty complicated, and you gotta reach inside and unscrew these little tiny grub screws and all kinds of things. The takedown process on this gearbox is definitely one of the harder ones to do. But the air nozzle wasn't working. I heard that M4 air nozzles are supposed to work in this gun, but the Tar air nozzle is just a smooth nozzle with no barriers on it. So what I did was I took out the red one, and I took a M4 nozzle and filed off with a filed the plastic off of the barrier so that it would fit in the gun, and now the gun works perfectly. Of course, the compression's been taken care of, so now it shoots further, and it actually works. It actually feeds, and it truly, I did some range testing. This thing outranges every single gun in my arsenal. It's insane how far it goes. I've never had a gun shoot this far. So if you noticed, I kind of suck at airsoft, and I attribute that to the Scar. Now, the Scar is a good gun, but I don't know, something about it. Just, I never get that many kills with the Scar. I mean, I switched to the XCR, I get 3 kills. I switched to the Beta Project, I get a few more kills. But I'm really hoping this gun, with the max range it's got, which is just impressive. It's insanely impressive to me, at least, how far it goes. And I don't know if I can show you how far it goes because I live on a golf course. And shooting across the golf course is how I determine my range, and that obviously is a bad thing, so I can't really show it to you. But yeah, it's impressive. That's everything that's been done to the Tar. Obviously, it takes standard M4 type magazines, and I put on a stubby grip, but my ankle foregrip also goes on here. It throws it off because it's tan. I also put on a suppressor, but it didn't fit in the gun case, so I put on the black flash hider from the Scar. I have my replica aim point, and pretty much all of my magazines will feed in the gun. Let's take a closer look at everything. So this is the new Angry Gun rail kit. Really pricey, but obviously well worth it because it is super sexy. And it is aluminum. I think it's CNC aluminum, and it's got a really nice finish to it. Obviously the barrel has a flip-up front sight, has a rail on the side, has a sling point right here. Then we have selector switch, but that's safe, that's semi-auto, that's fully automatic. It has a small rail on the top, so got the sight on there. Then this is the rear sight, which flips out to the side. It does not co-witness with the sight itself, which doesn't really matter. The iron sights themselves are kind of small, but they work okay. This, I believe, is a sling. I don't know. I never knew what that was for on the Tar itself. Then we get to the back. The back is just really cool looking, and I love the aggressive texture to this polymer, which is, like I said, the reason I went for Ares. So mag, obviously bulb up, and then you have your ambidextrous magazine release. And the magwell, a little side-to-side play, but nothing that'll kill your fun. Then we have the Trademarks, and only the Ares has a shiny serial number plate. Yeah, that's definitely not a unique, because I don't think Ares made 2 million Tars. Yeah, I think this is for a QD sling, quick detach sling. And here is the bolt release slash what's it called? The original one. You press it and it releases the tension on the spring, but I don't think it works very well on mine, or maybe I just don't shoot in a full auto to ever get it to do that. Here we are on the other side of the gun, and this doesn't do anything. It's just replicated the same like the real one. But here's the charging handle. And you can, adjust your hop up right there. And this is the bolt release. Very sexy gun. Alright, let's take a look inside of it. So you just remove this pin. The pin is a little loose, so I'm a bit worried about possibly losing this pin. But it hasn't fallen out or anything. So, the new motor, it's nothing too flashy, but it's got a quick release, or a quick change spring system, which made taking this gun apart very good and easy. So here is the Mosfet. It is the Gate Nano SSR Mosfet. I don't know much about it, but I can easily go on e-bike and learn some more. But yeah, it's wired to Dean's, and I forgot to mention that this gun also came with, so I'm pretty happy about this deal. It's quite a good deal. It also came with a 11.1 LiPo, which is the same LiPo I use in my other gun just from Tinergy, but they're the same size, and this one is already wired to Dean's, so no adapter, because the battery space in this gun is really limited. So I love this gun. It is gorgeous, and I'm gonna play with it this weekend. So we're gonna see how it fares. The hop-up obviously works really well because it leaves the barrel, it just takes straight up and it goes miles. Well, that's an exaggeration, but it really does outshoot all of my other guns right now. It's amazing. So this is my custom Ares Tar-21, and it's an amazing gun. I love it a lot. So that's all for now, and I hope you enjoyed this awesome gun. Stay tuned for some gameplay.